Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Try Together. I'm super excited to be hosting this first sort of training. Just outlining what supports you have as a tutor and also just letting you know sort of what my role is as your tutor support person. Yeah, so I'm gonna minimize my video just so you can see all the slides, but I'll get into introducing myself and what my role is right now. So my name is Theo. Um, I have worked with Try Together for about 3 years as of October of 2025. Um, Along with my tutoring with Try Together, I also have an education background as a teaching assistant and learning assistant, as well as a tutor at an undergrad university. Um, I am currently getting my PhD in microbiology and immunology at Northwestern Medical School. Um, and the big reason I mention this is that when you go to schedule meetings with me, or if we're scheduling something, all of my meeting times are going to be in Central Time. So that's just something to keep in mind as sort of you discuss with me meetings, or if you need to reach out to me about anything, and we need to discuss that online. Good to know that those times are going to be in Central and not Eastern. Um, Okay, so what can I help with? As your tutor support person, I can help with scheduling and timing issues. Like if a student doesn't necessarily show up to every session or isn't engaged, you know, trying to help us get that attendance back on track is something that I can help you with. Or if you're having issues with, your schedule is not aligning with your student, that is what I can help you with. I can help you source content for you and your student. If you're looking for like books to read, or if you're looking for like recommendations for like a certain grade level or certain reading level, reach out to me. If you're looking for resources on math, if you're looking just for your own content review, like if you haven't done geometry in, you know, 4 years since high school, and you want some refreshers on that, I have all of these resources. I can send those to you, if you just reach out to me. Um, if you're having difficulties with student engagement in session, if a student isn't paying attention or doesn't really want to engage in the lesson, at the time, we can sort of talk about strategies on how to handle that. I also hold or source specific trainings, such as this one. So I hold trainings on topics I feel comfortable talking about. But I'm also working on sourcing trainings specifically related to students with learning disabilities, um, English as a second language students, some things that I might not necessarily have personal or professional experience with. I will try to outsource those. And bring people in who are actually experts in that. And then also chatting through any feedback, not only just on the tutoring side of things, if you have feedback on like how the organization is performing, or if you have any ideas on how we can improve, bring them to me. I'm super excited to hear those all the time. I know Hannah is super excited to hear those. And you can totally just come to me and be super honest with any feedback. Yeah, no, we always love working to improve our organization with you guys. Um, so all of that is things you can bring to me and that I can support you with. So how can you contact me? There are a few different ways. The most casual one is Slack. You can send me a DM. You can shout me out in any of the tutor channels. I highly recommend joining that if you are a tutor, as it is also like a pretty nice social support space where you guys can connect. Um, and you guys can sort of get feedback from each other and sort of work out any issues. Like if a past tutor has had an issue with, you know, like a student engagement, and you have that issue coming up, they can sort of help you work with that. I can help you work with that. It's a very collaborative space where we can all work together. If you have an issue you want to talk with me directly about, you can either contact me through Gmail. A lot of times, some things can just be worked out over email. Like if you're like, hey, I need a resource, you can just email me. That's no big deal. I will just send you those resources, and you can email me at theo@trytogether.org. And then I also have a Calendly link, which I send out weekly to our active tutors. And you can feel free to schedule a meeting with me. If you are, too low energy to type me a message or Gmail, I totally understand. If you just want to talk about it online on Zoom, sounds great. Schedule a meeting with me through Calendly. Or if there's something where you feel like a face-to-face conversation would be a lot more productive, again, Calendly is your space. Really, any of these forms are super welcome. And I always encourage people, especially if it's like a Slack or a Gmail, if I don't respond within a day, please, please, please just send me another one. You will not bother me no matter how many times you send me anything. You will not bother me. I do really encourage that if, you know, you're like, hey, I haven't heard back from you about this, reach out to me. Because it is important that I am there for you. Which I always try my best to be, but if something does happen, to not get a response immediately, just send me another one and I will happily respond. All right. Um, so if you have any questions about any of that, this is an asynchronous session, obviously, so you can't ask them to me directly, but you can also just email me or contact me through any of those prior channels, and I will be super happy to answer those for you. All right, well, thank you for listening to this first session, and you'll get to hear from me again in the next session about starting with a student and beginning sessions. All right, thank you.